All right, today we're gonna go over 2021 AMC 10A, the fall season. All right, so let's look at the first one. What is the value of parentheses 2112 minus 2021 parentheses squared over 169? Yep, we're gonna start from the parentheses. The parentheses subtract gives us this 91 squared. The bottom line, we can recognize this 169 is 13 squared, right? So we can simply put this on the same exponents too. So we have 91 over 13. So this actually is 7. Then we have 7 squared equal to 49. So we have answer C. All right, let's look at the second question. Mankara has a 4x4 index card. If shorten the length of one side of this card by 1 inch, the card would be area of 18 square inches. Right, let's see what happened. So let's draw a rectangular card 4x6. Right, if we shorten one side by 1 inch, make an area of 18. So we can easily do see that's going to be card here. So that means we have 3 by 6. So this is going to be the area is 18, right? So instead, the question is, what would be the area if be in square inches if instead, so instead shorten the length, shorten the other side. So basically shortening the length, that's going to become 6, become 5. So this will still be 4, right? Then 4 by 5, answer is 20. Let's look at question number 3. What is the maximum number of balls of clay with radius 2 that can completely fit inside a cube of side length 6, assuming that the balls can be reshaped but not compressed before are packed into the cube? Right, so I think this just to find the volume of this cube and then how much volume it can hold. Then calculate how many balls we can do that. So then we recall the cube. Its volume is the silence cubed. So for this one, the silence 6, then that's 6 cubed. That's 216, right? Then we look at how much each ball, volume of each ball, right? So that's, you need to know the volume of a sphere. So that's actually equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. So then we just see this is going to be 4/3 times pi times 2 to the power 3. So which equal to, this is 832 pi over 3. Right. So then we just see how much these balls. So we just do the dividing. 216 divide 32 pi over 3. Right. So I think to estimate, because pi is about 3, so we can just see if we cancel, we can quickly estimate. So then we divide. So this is, let's say, divide by 8, right? Because this is a 6 cubed. Divide by 8, we're gonna have 27. Divide by 8, we get a 4, right? So then this is about 6. It's a little bit more than 6. So, but we cannot hold more. So we're gonna get the answer is 6. Okay, let's look at the question number 4. Mr. Lopez has a choice of 2 routes to get to work. Route A is 6 miles long, and his average speed along the route is 30 miles per hour. Route B is 5 miles long, and his average speed along the route is 40 miles per hour, except for a half-mile stretch in a school zone where his average speed is 20 miles per hour. So how many minutes is route B quicker than route A? So basically we need to find the time taken route A, then find the time to taking the route B, right? Then we just do the difference. Let's just quickly find this. This route A, the total distance is 6 miles. The speed is 30. So we just find the time by divide by 30 miles per hour. So now you can see the find answer is 1/5 hour. So to find the in minutes, we just multiply by 60. Then that's a minute. So 1/5 times this, the minutes are going to be 12 minutes. Right. Let's look at route B. Route B basically have two parts. One part is the school zone, that's half this. Then the rest gonna be the regular route, right? Regular road. So I think here you can see here total 5 miles long. So that means 4.5 miles are regular and 0.5 mile are school zone. Let me just find the time for each one. So 4.5 miles divided by 30, the speed is 30 miles per hour, right? Or it's 40 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour. So then you need this unit in hour. So we need to convert to minute with times 60, right? So we find this actually you can cancel. That's gonna be 3 and 2. So you see this continue. I want this be integer. I multiply by 2, right? So then that's actually gonna be 9, 27 over 4, right? So 27 over 4 minutes. So this, let's look at the school zone. We have 0.5 miles. We need to divide by 20 miles per hour, give the time in hour with times the 60. Then convert to minute. So that's easy, right? Cancel, we have 3. We have 1.5 or simply 3 over 2 minutes. Right. So then we can find out the first trip we have 12 minutes. The second trip we have, so we can add these together. That's going to be actually, if you think about this, actually is 4 over 6. So actually together we have this is 33 over 4. So do the subtraction, that's going to be 48 over 4 minus 33 over 4. Give us 15 over 4. So find this actually is a mixed number 3 and 3/4. So the answer is B. Okay, let's look at question number 5. The 6-digit integer 20210A is a prime for only one digit A. What is A? Right. So if you look at here, so I think it's easy to get rid of one, eliminate one solutions, right? So that would be 5. So then we just cancel this because any number end with 5 gonna multiple 5, right? Okay, so then we're gonna just use some other divisibility rules. For example, divisibility rule for 3. If add all the digits together, if multiple 3, then we need to take down, right? So let's try this. So if a multiple 3, so we can look at this 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 8. 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 8 cannot be multiple of 3. That means 3 cannot be divisible by that. So we can find digit if a equal to 1, a equal to 4, a equal to 7. So that could not be the good solution for this one. So then we can cancel. Right. So then we have only 2 numbers left. That's going to be 3 and 9. Right. So I think maybe we can think about another probability divisibility rule is 11. So what is the divisibility rule for 11? Right. So we have alternate sum, alternate digit sum, right? So for example, we have these this digit sum. So that's going to be sum 1 equal to 2 plus 2 plus 0. The sum 2 is the other 3 digits here. So that's going to be 0 plus 1 plus 8. So this difference cannot be multiple for 11 uh, or this, right? So let's just see here. This is going to be 4 minus 1 minus 8, right? 4 minus 1 plus 8. So that's actually 3 minus 8, right? So then 11 cannot be divisible by 3 minus 8, right? You can see here, if uh, this a equal to 3, so this make a 0, then 11 divisible by 0. So this is, that means this is going to be multiple 11. So then we need this. So taking all, so we have the final answer, E9 is the correct answer. Okay, question number 6. Elmer, the email, takes 44 equal strides to walk between consecutive telephone poles on a rural road. Oscar, the ostrich, can cover the same distance in 12 equal leaps. The telephone poles are evenly spaced, and the 41st pole along this road is exactly 1 mile from the first pole. How much longer in feet is ostrich leaps than Elmer's stride? Okay, so this asks us how much longer in feet the ostrich leap than Elmer's stride. So this kind of called a pace length, right? Okay, so we can find out the how much they cover in same distance. This is distance between a consecutive telephone pole. So we're gonna use the information here. So from the first one to the 41st one, so there are total of distance. If we think about the distance between two consecutive is d, right? So from the first to the 41st, actually they're going to be 40 of the distance. So that's actually is 1 mile, which is 5,280, right? So we find the distance between two consecutive actually divide by 40, which is 132, right? So now we know the two consecutive distance is 132. To find their pace length for the hammer. So that's going to be 132 divided by 44. So find this pace length is 3, right? So if you look at the email, the Oscar, that's going to be 132 divided by 12, give us this 11. So that means 11 feet for Oscar and 3 feet for email. The difference 11 minus 3, that will be 8. Question number 7. As shown in the figure below, point E, it lies in the opposite half plane determined by line CD. From point A, so that angle CDE is 110 degrees. Point F less on AD, so that DE equal to DF. Is congruent to this. And ABCD is a square. What is the degree of the angle AFE? So we are looking for this angle. What is this angle? Is right. So I think we can just using extend this. So we know this is right angle. That means this is right angle. Then this also right angle. Right. Extend the straight line. This is a straight angle. Right. So then this is straight angle 98 degree 110 degrees for this part. So we find this actually is 20 degrees. Right. So because these two sides are congruent, FD and DE are congruent, that means this is two are isosceles triangle. So if we call this is alpha, so then this also alpha. So this 20 degree is the exterior angle of this triangle. So actually we can find that alpha plus alpha, 2 alpha must equal to 20 degree. Then we can easily find alpha is 10 degree. And then the angle AFE is a supplementary angle. We find angle AFE is 170. Okay, let's look at question number 8. A two-digit positive integer is said to be cuddly if it is equal to the sum of its non-zero tenth digit and the square of its unit digit. How many two-digit positive integer are cuddly? All right, so we saw those kind of question before, right? If we have two-digit number, we call the two digits A for 10th digit, B for 1st digit. So this is the two-digit number, right? So this actually equal to 10 times A. The place value is 10, right? Then we plus B. According to the question, this value must equal to the sum of the non-zero 10th digit, that would be A, plus the square of its unit digit, right? That's B squared, right? So we just have this equation, 10A plus B equal to A plus B squared. This is a typical number theory Diophantine equation, right? Let's simplify. We're gonna put simplify. We're gonna subtract A both sides, subtract B both sides. We're gonna have 9A equal to B squared minus B, right? So we're gonna continue factor the right side, which equal to B times B minus 1. So with this, we can see we have the 9 here. So that means either B, either 9 divide by B divides B, or 9 divides by B minus 1, right? So, you know, B and B minus 1 cannot be both multiple of 3. So one is multiple of 3, the other cannot, right? So that's, we can have the concurrent. 9 divides B, or 9 divides B minus 1. But actually, B, you remember, B is a digit. That means from 0 to 9. Then the only possible is B equal to 1. That's only possible. In this case, so B minus 1 equal to 0, that's 9 divides 0. That's true, right? However, then you find A is also equal to 0. So B is equal to 0, then A must be 0. But remember, the A is a non-zero 10th digit. So that's violated the given condition. So we need to take it out, right? The only possible is B divides 9. So B equal to 0, that's the same thing, A equal to 0. That's not good. Only possible is B equal to 9. So if when B equal to 9, we have 9A equal to 9 times 9 minus 1. That would be 8. You can solve A equal to 8. So that's the only solution. So we got answer B. Okay, question number 9. When a certain unfair die is rolled, an even number is 3 times as likely to appear as an odd number. The die is rolled twice. What is the probability that the sum of the numbers rolled is even? Right, so you can see the even number, the odds is 3 to 1. 3 to 1. So that means the probability got even that's going to be 3/4. Odd, going to be 1/4. Right. You got the sum of two rows give you the even number. So we can either get even or odd. Right. For even, that's going to be 3/4 times 3/4, which is 9/16. Right. For odd, that's going to be 1/4 times 1/4, which equal to 1/16. So added together, give us the total probability 10/16, or which is 5/8. So the answer is E. Let's look at question number 10. A school has 100 students and 5 teachers. In first period, each student is taking one class, and each teacher is teaching one class. The enrollment in the class are 50, 20, 20, 5, and 5. Let T be the average value obtained if a teacher is picked at random and the number of students in their class is noted. Let S be the average value obtained from if a student pick a random and the number of the students in their class, including that student, is noted. What is T minus S? I think this question, so you really want to know what is asking for, right? So this actually asking what we call expected value, right? So expected value. All right, so let's give a simple example. If we have a spinner, so let's see, we have 1, 2, and 5. So these three has equal likely, right? So if we rotate and then randomly point one of the numbers, so what is the expected value, right? So for 1 we have 1/3 chance, 2 we have 1/3 chance, 5 we have 1/3 chance, right? So the expected value, just because we have 1/3 of chance, that's just 1 times 1, 1/3 times 1. So this is going to be the contribution. We're going to plus 1/3 times 2, then we plus 1/3 times 5, right? So basically that's going to be 8/3. So this is about 2 and 2/3. So this is expected value, right? The value times its probability, then sum all these products. So give you expected value, right? So once you understand this, then we're going to look at our question number 10. So let's look at this from the teacher side, right? So let's say teacher side. So we're gonna find a T, right? So you can think about the teacher gonna choose a class. Can be class 1, can be class 2, can be class 3, or 4 or 5, right? So he has a 5 class to pick. So they are randomly pick one. So that means the probability for each class is 1/5, right? So then we can just find the expected value, just 1/5 times 50 plus 1/5 times 20 plus 1/5 times 20 plus 1/5 times 5 and plus 1/5 times 5. All right, so that's just equal to 100 divided by 5, which equal to 20. The expected value for teacher is just 120. Okay, let's look at the students. So that's S, right? Actually, you can think about random pick a student from the list. We have 100 students, right? So they're going to be, for the first class, that's going to be 50 out of 100 probability in the first class. This is their its probability, right? And the number of students going to be 50. So we're going to times 50. Similarly, we're going to do next one. That's going to be 20 over 100 probability. That's a probability in the second class. So the number of students possible is 20. So that's will be here, right? So we're going to continue. We're going to do 20 over 100 times 20 plus 5 over 100 times 5 and do another one. I just multiply 2. All right, so then we just find this out. This is 20, so this equal to 25 plus this is a 4. This is also 4. This is 0 0.5, right? So added together, uh, let's see, this is 29, 33, 33.3.5. So then we need a t minus s. That's going to be 20 minus 33.5. So now you can find the answer is negative 13.5.